What we're going to do in this video is learn about pandas data frames, and we're going to learn about all sorts of tools for selecting rows, columns, cells, dropping and adding rows, filtering, sorting, all of these things. And there's an enormous amount of material here, and you don't need to know all of it. You just need to know that it exists, and then you need to know how to use it. And we're going to be using this diabetes data set, and I encourage you to go to Kaggle and check it out, what it is. This is a description of the data set. So it's useful to understand this data set, and here you can see, for example, a description of all of the columns, like pregnancies, number of times pregnant, glucose, plasma glucose. And then at the very end, we can see that what you're trying to do is understand what leads to the outcome, okay? So we're trying to figure out whether or not the person is going to get diabetes based on all of these other factors, 0 and 1, right? So 0 means that they don't have diabetes, 1 means that they do, and this is all of this input data that you're going to use for it. So we're going to start off by importing pandas, okay, as PD, and then we're going to read the CSV. And we need to have that in our local directory, so we need to upload it. So we upload it like this. And now we can go ahead and run it, and we see that it's run correctly. Now, sometimes you will make a mistake, and instead of uploading it here, you will upload it somewhere else. Okay, so if you accidentally click on this, and then you upload it, then you see that the file does get uploaded. It's down here. You can see diabetes CSV, but now when you run it, it doesn't work. The reason that it doesn't work is that it's not in the right location. So it's looking for it inside of content. So you got to make sure that it's inside of content. So if you run into this problem, right, what you can do is you can just refresh the entire browser, okay? Don't refresh here, refresh the entire browser, and it will go back to this setup, right, which is the contents folder, and then you can upload it, and then you can go ahead and run it, okay? So remember that file upload is for the data sets that we're using, and then file open notebook is to upload the notebook itself. Okay, so now we run this, and we've loaded it up. And then we need to see if there are missing values. Okay, let's see if there are missing values. But maybe before that, we want to just check to see what's going on with the data set, if we've got it all set up. So here we have it, and it looks exactly like we expected it to, right? So pregnancy is glucose, and then outcome here on the right. Now, are there any missing values? The way that this function works is that we take our data frame, we ask if a particular item is null or not, and then we take the mean. So if all of them are 0, that is to say not, okay, then the mean will be 0. And so what we see here is that we have 0 values that are null, okay? So 0 missing values. So this is a good thing to do when you're looking at a data set. And then if you do have missing values, then the question is, what do you want to do with them? Okay, now we're going to just select a column. So we've done this before. And all we do is we put the name of the column, and we get the column here. Now we're going to select a row. So we have not done this before, and we are going to use this new feature called integer location. So what this does is it treats the rows as integers, and it starts with 0, because Python is 0 base. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we want the very first row, okay, we do ilog 0. And so pregnancies of 6, glucose of 148. See, pregnancies of 6, glucose of 148. Okay, so that's how you select a row and how you select a column. And now we're going to go on, and we're going to continue to look at all sorts of ways of looking at the data and manipulating the data.